Imagine coming home after a long night at work. You open your front door, walk toward your child's bedroom, and discover a grown man hiding under your 13-year-old daughter's bed. What would you do? Would you call the police? Would you confront him? Or would instinct take over before you even had time to think? For one mother in Memphis, that split-second decision ended with a single gunshot. One man dead, and her own life changed forever. Tonight, we're talking about the case of Kendra Scott, a story that's dividing America. Welcome to the podcast You Can't Unhear. It was just after 1:30 in the morning on July 16th, 2026. 36-year-old Kendra Scott had just returned home after finishing work. According to investigators, she knocked loudly on the front door and called out, "Who's at my house?" Her 13-year-old daughter opened the door. At first, nothing seemed unusual. Then, Kendra walked into her daughter's bedroom, and that's when she saw him. A 20-year-old man, Rodderius Morton, hiding underneath the bed. Police later learned that Morton had not broken into the house. Instead, the 13-year-old girl admitted she had secretly invited him inside through the back door roughly half an hour before her mother came home. She also told investigators something else. Her mother had warned her before that no boys were ever allowed inside the house. According to the arrest affidavit, the teenager said she was terrified because she remembered her mother saying she would shoot any boy she found inside the home. From Kendra's perspective, she had just discovered an adult man inside her minor daughter's bedroom in the middle of the night. A man she had never invited. A man 7 years older than her child. Legally, a 13-year-old cannot consent to a sexual relationship with a 20-year-old in Tennessee. Whether anything sexual had actually occurred that night remains unknown. But to many parents, finding an adult man hiding under a child's bed would immediately trigger fear. And that's exactly why this case has become so emotionally charged. According to investigators, Kendra ordered Morton to leave. Witnesses say an argument followed. One affidavit alleges she shouted, "This is my child!" Morton then moved toward the front door. What happened over the next few seconds is now the central question in the case. Police say Morton made it onto the front porch. Then, a single gunshot rang out. When officers arrived, they found Morton lying outside with a gunshot wound to the back of his head. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators say Kendra didn't deny what happened. According to police, she simply told officers, "I saw a dude under my kid's bed, and I did what I had to do." A nearby neighbour later reported hearing the gunshot before seeing Kendra standing outside, still holding the firearm, repeating, "I shot him." She was arrested at the scene. Almost immediately, the internet split into two camps. To many people, Kendra wasn't a criminal. She was a mother protecting her child. They argued that no parent could be expected to react calmly after finding an adult hiding beneath their 13-year-old daughter's bed. Others pointed to something different. By the time the gun was fired, investigators believe Morton was already leaving the house. If that version is accurate, the immediate threat may have already ended. And under Tennessee law, that distinction could become critical. Prosecutors ultimately charged Kendra Scott with first-degree murder, along with employing a firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony. First-degree murder generally requires proof of intentional and premeditated killing. Some criminal defense attorneys have questioned whether that charge fits these circumstances. They argue that discovering a stranger hiding under your child's bed is the very definition of an emotionally explosive situation, making premeditation difficult to establish. Others believe prosecutors intentionally filed the highest charge first, allowing room for negotiations or lesser charges as the case develops. For now, those questions remain unanswered. The story became even more complicated when friends and former teachers of Rodderius Morton began speaking publicly. One former special education teacher said Morton had developmental disabilities and questioned whether he fully understood the consequences of his actions. That revelation sparked another wave of debate online. Some felt sympathy for Morton. Others argued that regardless of his mental capacity, an adult entering the bedroom of a 13-year-old child in secret was still deeply alarming. At this stage, investigators have not accused Morton of sexual assault, and the criminal investigation into the events leading up to the shooting remains ongoing. Perhaps that's why this case feels so different. It isn't simply about a shooting. It's about instinct, fear, parenthood, and the impossible decisions people sometimes make within seconds. If Kendra had waited, would everyone still be alive? If she hadn't acted, would her daughter have been harmed? Or would he come back? Those are questions nobody can answer with certainty. What the justice system must decide instead is a narrower question. When the shot was fired, was deadly force still legally justified? Or had the law already required something different? As of today, Kendra Scott has been released on bond while awaiting trial. She maintains that she acted to protect her daughter. Prosecutors insist the evidence supports a murder charge. The courtroom, not the internet, will ultimately decide what happened that morning. But regardless of the verdict, two families have already lost everything. One lost a son. The other may lose a mother. And at the centre of it all is a 13-year-old girl whose life will never be the same. The case is still developing. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any updates. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe. I'll see you on the next episode of the podcast You Can't Unhear.